Hey guys, it's Nikki. I know it's been a while, so I thought I'd take you on an adventure with me. So, here's today's adventure. If we go back in time a little bit, back to the communist regime that was here, Ceausescu was leading the party for many years, and he decided to remodel the center of Bucharest. So he came up with this grand idea to have the biggest boulevard in all of Europe, which is the Champs-Élysées in Paris. So he wanted to build a bigger boulevard than that. Of course, this is in the center of the city. It wasn't like there weren't people there. Of course there were people there. There were people, there were buildings. Most of them were destroyed. But there was one man who decided that history was worth preserving, especially these churches. So what he did is he went to work trying to figure out how he could move these churches to save them. They dig underneath them and use hydraulic tracks to raise them, and they would put a platform underneath them, and then they would build rail tracks, and they would move them on rail tracks. They weren't moving them great distances. They were just trying to get them out of the way for the construction for this new civic center and this giant boulevard. I thought today we would go take a trip to see some of these churches that were moved to see their new resting locations. Alright, our first stop on the tour of churches right here. So what's funny is, like, I've never noticed that church before, and I go to the restaurant over there, Borsellino, all the time. And it's right across the street from it, but I've never noticed that it was wedged in between these buildings. So they just had to get out of the way to tuck it back a little bit. This thing is just incredible. It's enormous. I went to the first church, which I showed you, and I was surprised because I thought it was like a lot of people in there. It's a Thursday afternoon. I thought, like, wow, like, it's really interesting that I was like, maybe it's because it's in center. It's a busy church right by Uniere, which is like the Union Square, which is the very center of town. So I was like, yeah, I guess that makes sense that it's really busy. So then I walked over to get to the second church, and everyone was selling flowers, which was my first tip off. Like, it's not, I mean, Romanians love flowers, but not that much. Like, everyone was selling flowers. So then I walked over further, and then there were lines of people, and the police are out in full force, all these ambulances. They have all these porta potties set up, and I was very confused. So I stopped and asked someone. It's a religious holiday today. So I think we're going to discontinue the church tour for today. So we'll let people worship in peace, and I will go explore the churches when they're a little more quiet.